I just want to take this opportunity to have a chat with a few people who've been sending us some questions. We've gotten a few questions since we opened the registration, and we just thought it would be good to jump on a webinar and address those questions and any that you might have since then. And if you do have any at the end of this, you can send us an email and we'll answer your questions. But we've gotten a few varied ones. So I'm here with our two master trainers, Edyta and Sara, and I'm just going to go through a couple of the questions that we'd received, and then a few generic ones in case anyone has any other, just to give you a better overview of what we're going to be doing during the workshops. So I'll start now. The first one that we received was, are these workshops for everyone?
Yes, exactly. The workshop is for everyone, and maybe more explain, Sara.
Of course. Yeah, so the workshops are for everybody. They're great for fitness instructors as CPD, extra learning, and in person, which is really important because we've missed a lot of that over the last couple of years with COVID, and we've been stuck at home. So this in-person workshop is going to be fantastic for everybody. As I said, instructors, but also for people who want to be able to use these mobility and flexibility aids, the mini resistance bands and the trigger point balls, which we'll talk about as we go. But just to know how to use them, how to apply them for yourself, if you're working with a community group, how they can use them in their own life as well. And they're very portable, so it's great to be able to get access to these types of equipment and then learn how to use them. So workshops are for everybody.
As well, it's very, very good equipment for example, for sport people or bodybuilders who want to stimulate the muscle on different way. That everyone welcome.
Okay, great. I hope that answers the question. It seems like it. Yes, it is for everyone. So someone said, can you tell us what exactly is going to happen during the workshop?
We have 4 hours, and probably during the 4 hours, we show you a lot of exercises. That's more than 300, I think. And we share this one for each hour will be different activity and different way to show you how to use equipment, but as well how to check your posture. Because if you have poor posture, you exercise not enough good and your body is not working well. That first we have to explain you the great posture. If you have great posture, if you know how to do this one, that you can use like relaxation and you can use some stretching exercises, and after that one you can do some exercises with resistance bands. That will be like mix of everything.
Great. So well, that kind of actually leads into my next question, which is, how is training with resistance bands different from other workouts?
Maybe I start because what's going on, I use that equipment for last 5 years, and think about this one. When you use the weights, always you think about contract the muscle, that you thinking about first movement. You forgot about extend the muscle. And when you have resistance band, you have to think about contraction and as well extend the muscle slower than usually with the weights. That you working on both ways and give you 2 more benefits.
I might jump in there actually. That's concentric and eccentric movements as fitness instructors. So when you flex your muscle and then when you extend it, and it's actually easier and quicker to build muscle as you extend rather than flex. And most people who lift weights, myself included, it's all focused on the flex, not the extend. So it's a different way of looking at working your muscles. As well as that, the resistance bands are safer than using weights. So if you were getting into using anything to build muscle or to build strength, it's a lot safer to use the resistance bands because you can't pick up too heavy a weight. You can't damage your muscles in that way. So it's a lot safer for all levels of fitness. So really good. As Edyta was saying, it's great for muscle activation as well. So with sports teams, to activate the muscles that they're going to use in the activity later on. Resistance bands are great for that. And mobility. Mobility is something that it's kind of new, really overall. It shouldn't be because it's very important. And it's something that diminishes over our lives but especially as a sports person or a fitness person, there are aspects of our training that we tend to neglect. So again, resistance bands are a great way of addressing those areas that we're missing out on.
Okay, good, great. Good overview. So the next question, someone said that their clients tend to always ask them this, so they want to have an answer for this particular question. They said, how many training sessions does it typically take to see the effects of the resistance band training?
I think after the first training, you can see some benefits and you can see that the muscle is working on different way. But if you want to use the resistance bands to shape your body, that probably you need like around 3 weeks to see the difference of your muscular stimulation, muscle stimulation, and your shape of the body, something like this.
Okay, good. So from the first session to 3 weeks. That's pretty good. So, here's a good question. Someone said, do they need to warm up before the workshop?
Sara.
Both of us are going to jump in there. Absolutely not. No, we will do all of that with you. So, I mean, we're going to have people that are qualified instructors, people who have never done fitness before. We're going to have various different types of people at this workshop, at all these workshops. So we will do it all. We'll show you how to warm up. We'll warm up with you. We'll get you ready for whatever we're going to do next, be it the trigger point ball or the resistance bands. We'll teach you the exercises. We'll break them down. We'll make it very simple. So you need to have nothing. You need to do nothing. Just bring yourself, your towel, some water, maybe some lunch. But other than that, no, you don't need a thing.
Great, sounds good. The next person said that they signed up for this workshop because they did find an increase in clients saying that they needed help with joint movement. So they're wondering, do you have any kind of insights into why people tend to have bad joint movement now, typically, rather than, previously?
Sara, you are better. You are a physiotherapist. That's probably you answer for that question much better than me. Let's go.
Definitely see a lot more issues with mobility. I don't think it's necessarily that it's happening more now. I think it's that we're more aware of the need for it now. So previously we were just kind of getting along doing our fitness. Some of us don't even warm up when we go to the gym, and you think that's enough. We just get our work done. But your body is adapting and changing over your life. And yes, you don't use it, you lose it. So we have ranges of motion available, or ranges of movement available in our joints. And on a day-to-day basis, we don't use that whole range. And as we progress, then it gets a lot harder to do it. So definitely mobility is becoming more, people are becoming more aware of it, to be honest. Even we have a couple of people coming on our courses, our workshops, I should say, that are physical therapists or massage therapists that have gone through this training to become a physical therapist, but never got the instruction in the mobility and flexibility side, and didn't realize that that's the cause of a lot of our injuries or restricted movement. So it's just, again, don't use it, you lose it. And yeah, more awareness of it now is all it is, Carol.
Yeah, so it's not typically people are having more problems, they're just being, more educated about how they can fix pain and that sort of thing. And
yeah, absolutely. Now, at the same time, I said it already, and I hate to say that C word again, but we have been sat a lot more for the last couple of years with COVID.
Wasn't sure what you meant there, Sara.
Not that bad, not Christmas, not that one. COVID, no, that horrible word, but C word, COVID. None of us are moving as much as we used to. We're coming back to it, hopefully. I am trying. But yeah, definitely in the last couple of years, I'm sure people noticed more that they were getting stiff and achy.
Yeah.
If they hadn't done previously,
I know my own training, I focus more on stretching, moving, all that sort of stuff, as opposed to just getting straight into the workout. And it makes the workout easier. It makes injury less injury prone as well. So yeah, it's great to see these kind of workshops as well, where people are getting to learn more about this kind of thing. So what's my next?
Yeah, and as well, guys, I want to tell you that around 40, 50 exercises we can do only with resistance bands, because no different equipment can activate muscle, for example, around scapula or around hip flexors. That is muscle what you can activate only with the resistance band, but you have to be on that workshop.
Yeah, I had an issue with my hip flexor actually recently, and the resistance bands have been helping me and definitely improving the pain when nothing else worked before. So yeah, 100% agree. So the next question I have, do you need to supplement your resistance band training with other training? So I assume they mean in order to maybe complement it, make it work a little bit better.
That's a very ambiguous question in that yes and no. I mean, it depends what your goals are, or what results you want, or what you're already doing. So if you want to purely do resistance bands workout, you're going to get some muscle stimulation, some muscle growth, mobility, flexibility, that kind of thing. But if you're looking for cardio, you're going to have to do your walking and your running and all that kind of thing that you would normally do as well. So it really depends what your goal is, or your outcome, or your aim, I suppose.
So it's a good complement to all training, really, I guess.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I use the resistance bands I teach groups for the local sports partnerships, and it's group fitness. It's outdoors. We don't have equipment. We can be in a GAA field or anywhere, and they're so handy. They're portable. You're not worried about anybody getting injured. Somebody who's never lifted before to someone who's lifting regularly is getting a benefit from it. Yeah, it's a great way of training, so it's definitely worth looking at for everybody.
Handy to carry around as well, I have to say.
Yeah, have my little bag here that I carry in the car just for when I'm in the park with the children, and I think I haven't done that today. I'll take out my bands while I'm sitting on the bench. Really handy.
Put them in your bag. It's so easy. So yeah, no, brilliant. So someone had said, oh yeah, so how many times a week should you exercise with the resistance bands? So is there can you do it every day?
Yes, you can do every day if this is a mix of all movements, like mobility, flexibility, strength, and as well you use some cardio exercises that can be full body workout program, and you can do this one every day. But if you use the resistance bands for really hard training, that 3 times, 4 times per week will be max. But if you're doing some session like mix of everything, that yes, you can do every day.
Yeah, so it depends what you're doing, I suppose. If you're having a rest day, you can still do light exercises with them.
Yes, exactly. Or stretching exercises as well can be like a relaxing day, and you don't have to worry about that part.
So actually, a question for me: should you be stretching every day? Should you do that during your rest day?
If you stretch every day, that on rest day should exercise, like strength exercises or cardio exercises.
Definitely move. Yeah.
Definitely move.
You have on rest days.
Ideally, don't stop moving every day. So even your rest day, it doesn't mean sit and do nothing, as much as we'd love that to be the case.
Oh, I thought I did.
You can totally go for a walk around the block. It can be 10 minutes. It's just to get your body moving, your joints moving, to get the blood flowing, rather than
so it is a rest day, not a sit and do nothing day.
Yeah, the same if someone just running, that is not enough. This is not good training, because they're using the same muscle and they're using cardiovascular system. They should stretch, and they should as well doing strength training. If somebody going just to the gym and exercise like a strength training, they should do as well cardio and mobility, flexibility. That's it.
Yeah. So I actually have a bit of a crick in my neck now. I slept funny on it. Is there any kind of exercise that I could do for that with the resistance?
Oh, yes. A lot of exercises, even isometric exercises, even some exercises would help you in seated position, even this one. But you have to come for our workshop.
We can teach you it all. Yeah.
You can do it for a special favor for me. Okay, that's good to know. Let me just try and find the next question. How many times a week? Oh, so someone has asked, will they receive a certificate after the workshop?
I don't know. Sara, of course. Explain them what kind of certificate, because sometimes people think that this is like, I don't know, that is certificate for professionals and as well for people who are not professionals. And that certificate give you information that you get the knowledge how to use equipment. I don't know that I explained everything well. Maybe Sara, you want to add something?
Yeah,
So is it qualification again, or sorry?
Go ahead.
No, I just in case, because I'm not 100% sure what they mean by certificate. So I'm just wondering if they receive a certificate, but I'm also going to ask, do they get, is it a qualification that they get?
Okay, yeah, I can be clear on that. So you will get a certificate for attendance and participation at the end of it. It's 4 hours of in-person training. So what you use the certificate for will depend on your background and where you're coming from. So as I said, we have people who are not qualified, who are just learning for themselves. And that certificate is just going to be reinforcement for this themselves, that they've been there, they've received the education. Okay. For somebody who is a fitness trainer or is qualified in these areas, it's a CPD certificate, so you can use it as part of your CPD. It's a requirement in the fitness industry in Ireland that you earn 20, I think it's 20 CPD points over 2 years. I'm not 100% on that, but there is a stipulation for how many you need to have to keep your qualification up to date. So that certificate can be used for that. With the qualification, if you are previously qualified and your insurer will cover you, because that's where it comes down to. I mean, any class that I teach, I need to check with my insurer that they're going to cover me. And that's what your cert is for as well. You can go to your insurer, but only if you're previously qualified. And again, that's something you can check with them. To teach classes, you would have to have a previous qualification, but having the information to use with yourself or your own team or whatever way you want to use it is possible as well.
Yeah, but you can use as well that equipment like for general classes, like you have circuit training and you can use this one for 1, 2, or 3 station, or you have a total body conditioning class and you can use some elements of that one, what you learn during the workshop.
Okay, well,
yeah, it's a great compliment to training. Sorry, Carla, keep cutting me off.
Sorry, my next question was, do you need a prior fitness qualification to take part? And so your answer is no, you do not.
You do not need one, no. If you have one, absolutely, it'd be a benefit to you, because then it's adding information to what you have already, but we will be teaching you anything you need to know. So no, you don't need to have one.
It's kind of an upskill, but also your general, I'm not, you know, I'm not a personal trainer, but I could go and learn some things. Next, for example. So that's good to know. So yeah, it is. And again, I suppose going back, we already said it is for everybody. So the next, will the workshop give me any qualifications? We've answered that one. Oh, so someone said, how would I describe the new skills learned in this workshop to gain new clients or to a potential client?
Sara, you are you have a lot of customers. I am outside Ireland. That maybe you explain them how to catch new customers.
Well, the fact that, right, there's so many different ways of going at this. You see, I would use the resistance bands with female clients, because a lot of my female clients don't want to bulk. They don't want to lift heavy weights and get bulky and big. So the resistance bands gives them a progression of like weight increase without that bulk that you get from extending through the weight selection. As well as that, you're going to learn how to work on mobility and flexibility in different ways, not just with the equipment, but without the equipment too. So it's an addition to what you already do as a personal trainer or as a coach, if that's where that question is aimed from. So new skills, it's going to be more portable. You're going to be able to go to your client's house. They're going to be able to come to you. You can meet them in the park. So it opens up your whole area of operation, which is great, especially this time of year. We have a bit of weather, so if people want to get out into it. If you're like myself, I work better outside. So not having to lug all your equipment with you is absolutely fantastic. I teach, as I said, for the sports partnerships, different groups, and one of them is Women on the Move. And we could be in a hall or we could be in a pitch. And it's great that I can turn up with my circuit cards with a couple of exercises with resistance bands. Everyone has their own set, so they don't worry about illnesses or anything like that if anyone's a little concerned about sharing equipment. So there's a lot of scope for the stuff we're going to learn. It's about, we can help you if you want to figure out how to market it to your client and your customer. But just let us know on the day at the workshop and we can work with you on that anyway.
Okay. Great.
And
Good.
definitely they will be learn around 100 or 200 more new exercises, what they definitely don't know, because that exercises are new and most of the instructors using the same exercises over and over. And we show them new exercises and how they can use different kinds of the resistance bands and different strength of that resistance bands. That, yeah, a lot of knowledge.
Mm-hmm. And going back to the posture part as well, that we'll be having a little look at people's posture and helping you see little issues that can be corrected. The resistance bands are great for those smaller muscles when you're trying to hit areas that you can't hit with weights, or when you're doing combination lifts. So they're more specified in the area it's targeting, and you can rebalance the body without too much hypersensitivity on specific exercises. So it's great, really good. Highly recommend it.
Perfect. Next question is there a limited amount of places in each location?
Unfortunately, yes, because we have a limit of the places of the room. Some places I don't remember, but some places is for 30 people only. Some places is more, but I'm not sure. Sara, do you remember the rooms on each studio?
Definitely 3 of our venues. I think it's Galway might be the bigger of the venues, but yeah, you're talking about 30 for a comfortable room, and get that one-to-one as well. We don't really want to get too many people in there and miss out that personal connection. So we had to limit our numbers. So that's why we've put out those 2 offers previous to now, just to get the ball rolling. But those numbers are after been hit already, and now we're at that last little bracket. So if you are looking for a ticket, I'd highly recommend you get in quick.
Okay. They know what to do. Yeah, so we can leave the link in a comment underneath this video, but I'm sure you'll find it in the previous post anyway. Someone has said, I'm based in Limerick, but I'm not able to make the particular date. Will you be doing any more workshops this year?
No, I'm afraid we won't. That is the unfortunate part of this wonderful workshop, is that it is a unique one-off. We're doing 4 venues over 4 days in July of this year, and we don't have any planned after that. We do have plenty of courses with ProFi Fitness School, but they are full-time courses, cost a little bit more, a lot more investment required, whether it be sitting at your computer and learning and studying at home. So this is really your only opportunity to have that one-to-one mobility and flexibility instruction. So, you know, short answer.
Okay. Okay. And just in terms of the equipment, can they buy the equipment at the workshop?
Yep. We'll bring some
yes.
equipment with us. Yeah, we'll have to demonstrate how to use it. So we'll have it with us to show you. And I'll bring some extra, of course. I'm down the road, so I'll throw it in the boot.
And you might give them a discount during the
We'll
workshop.
consider it.
Yes.
It's very good. Hey, Edyta. Okay,
yes, definitely do give them discount.
Okay, fair enough. Edyta's much nicer than me. Yes, you can have a discount. Absolutely. So anyone who comes to the workshop is it's possible for those people to get a discount while they're there.
Cool. So that all those questions covers all the questions that we got, because we got a few of the same. So I suppose to wrap up, like, do you want to remind us how to book, the dates, all that kind of stuff, and how people can get a place?
Yes, please, if you can one more time explain them when they can find this one. And as well, we place the link on Facebook, and we send the mailing to our students.
Perfect.
Yeah, absolutely. All the information is available on our My Over 40 Facebook page and on the ProFi Fitness School Facebook page, where you'll see this video. And we will send out emails to our students. As Edyta said, there's an email after being sent out as well. You may have it, check your spam. Sometimes they go to spam. And if there is any other information you'd like, you can actually email me directly if you want. And that's at mobilitytp. So it's T for Thomas, P for Pepper, at gmail.com. So that's all lowercase, mobilitytp@gmail.com.
Perfect. And if all else fails, they can obviously go on to ProFi Fitness website. I think if they go into webinars, that tab, they'll see a link to sign up for the workshop anyway. So hopefully everyone will be able to find it. And thank you for answering all of the questions.
Thanks
Thank
very
you
much,
so much, and I hope see you soon.